This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
A major announcement from an area senator, the details on his big decision next. Good evening and thank you for joining us here at SSPTV News. I'm John Eric Poli, filling in for Ken Kara. Let's get to today's top information presented to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A well-known state lawmaker from our area is changing political parties. State Senator John Udechak, a Democrat, announced today that he will become a registered independent. Udechak represents the 14th senatorial district that includes Luzerne and Carbon counties. In a news release, the senator said that he came to this deeply personal decision with much thought and deliberation. He cited divisiveness and what he calls, quote, the corrosive nature of the us versus them era of politics, unquote. State Senator John Udechak also said, quote, I choose the politics of we over the politics of us versus them, unquote. He said that as an independent, he will continue to put people above politics. Each Tuesday, we visit Frankys Pizzeria and Restaurant in downtown Hazleton. Today, Ken Kara mixes history with pizza.
We're back downtown at Frankys Pizzeria and Restaurant. We have a very special segment for you right now. So happy you came on today. We're with Lauren Sacco, one of the owners here, and also joined by Angeline Vito. You are Lauren's grandmother. Thank you so much for coming on, Mrs. Vito. And it's always a pleasure. You're always, people usually might recognize you. Sometimes you're in that back booth over there. And I always come in here, but I always say you feel like you're part of the family here, and you're there and you say hi to me. I didn't even know if you know who I was, but you're always so nice to me. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Your family actually had a grocery store and eventually became a pizzeria. So this goes back to your parents, right?
Yes. Yes.
And how did that work out? So it was your father who started a grocery store on 3rd and Mongeau Street in South Hazleton.
Yeah. And then when my father died, my mother closed the grocery store and she opened up a pizzeria, which we all helped her.
Does it still, and Lauren tells me all the time how seriously they take the dough here. It still passes your test. It's still, you take up, because my grandfather had a pizzeria and he's still to this day, he's almost in his 80s now, and takes pizza very seriously. So do you taste test it every now and then?
Oh, it's always good. Yes, they do a great job.
How much does this remind you of when your family was doing it? It was on 3rd and Mongeau in Hazleton. You come in here, you see Lauren, her sister's working, her mom working. Is it kind of the same?
They're great. It's a great family.
How important do you think
I'm very proud of them.
How important do you think that is to an area to have something like this where there's a family running around?
When you're here and you have these gems, you don't appreciate them. But then when you go out of the area and you see what's out there, you say, oh my God, I'm going home.
How important is it to move forward but also honor what came in the past for your family and for this area?
We've got a modern twist on things, but we stay true to our roots with the simple things. Simple, keep it stupid. There's no fussing, no changing, it works. There's no reason to really reinvent the wheel.
What do you think your father would say if you walked through the doors here today and took a look and went on the menu?
He would be very proud. Yeah, my father would be very proud.
So you could come?
Well, we come down Friday nights. My daughter and her husband and I, and we have our meal, and then we always have fried dough with sugar. Although they try to stick it out one night as fried dough with salt.
Yeah, we
had. Was that a prank or was that a mistake?
That was a mistake.
Okay, all right. That one didn't take to the menu. No. But you can order that, correct? You could get the fried dough here. I find this interesting because Lauren and I both went to Holy Spirit Academy together, and I still tell my wife, who's a dietitian now, I say, they used to give us fried dough for lunch there. I said there was a day where we would come in and have fried dough for lunch, and I guess that's a treat, you know? That's really nice.
Yeah, just dough with sugar.
Yeah,
so delicious. Please enjoy it. Thank you for sharing the stories today and taking us back to understand where this dough recipe really came from and what it means to your family to have this business here in Hazleton and keep it going. So if you see Mrs. Vito here, just come in, say hello, and I always feel like you're part of the family.
Yes.
And speaking of Frankys, how about we do a giveaway right now? You can call us now to enter to win a boxes of 12 slices of Frankys cold pizza with their signature sauce and cheese blend, baked fresh with no preservatives. Call 570-455-7267, extension 108. Leave your name and phone number. One winner will be drawn at random. You can win once only every 30 days on SSPTV.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Cloudy day today in downtown Hazleton. Let's see if the sun is going to peek out in the next few days. Here's your weather from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be mostly cloudy and we'll have a low around 31 degrees. Wednesday will be partly sunny with a high near 40 degrees. Expect a windy day with wind gusts as high as 24 miles per hour. Wednesday night will be mostly cloudy and we'll have a low of 29. Thursday looks nice with a high of 45 degrees during the day. Then at night we have a slight chance of rain, but for the most part it will be mostly cloudy and we'll have a low around 35 degrees. On Friday, it will be cloudy with a slight chance of showers in the afternoon, but hey, at least that high's near 50 degrees. I'm sure we'll definitely all take that. And then the weekend will kick off on Saturday with cloudy skies and a high of 39 degrees. Then on Saturday night, we have a 30% chance of snow before 1 a.m., but for the most part, the night is going to be mostly cloudy with a low around 27 degrees. A reminder to everyone to get your tickets for a popular event that will be taking place right here in downtown Hazleton. The Hazleton Integration Project's 9th annual Broad Street Bash will be held on Friday, December 13th at the Pines Eatery with festivities starting at 6 p.m. This year, Hazleton native and new Los Angeles Angels manager Joe Maddon will be joined by former New York Yankees center fielder Bernie Williams. Williams won 4 World Series with the Yankees. Also, David Ross has been recently added to this year's lineup. Ross was the catcher for Joe Maddon's Cubs when they won the World Series in 2016. He also placed second on season 24 of Dancing with the Stars. Ross was named manager of the Cubs following Maddon's departure. Sponsorships and tickets are available at the Hazleton One Community Center, the Valley Country Club, or at Shop 2. Well, coming up next on SSPTV News, we go to the movies at the Cinema and Draft House, where a local man composed the music for the film Feast of the Seven Fishes. Then later on in the program, the one and only Ron Marchetti talks about the 1990 football game between Penn State and Notre Dame. Here's today's social report. Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. Tomorrow, the PA CareerLink Hazleton office will be having a healthcare industry job fair from 3 until 6 p.m. For more information, you can visit their website or their Facebook page. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Gertrude M. Gertie DeMelfi of Hazel Township. Funeral will be Thursday at 10 a.m. at the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. at the funeral home. Margaret M. Kozlop of Jetto. Mass will be Thursday at 10 a.m. at St. Anne's Church. Friends may call Thursday from 8 to 9:30 a.m. at the McHugh-Wilczek Funeral Home. Matthew S. Magasco of Tresco. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. William L. Morse III of Sugarloaf Township, who passed away in June of 2018. Friends may call Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. at the Firo Funeral Home. John Jack Page of Freeland. There will be no services. Cards of condolences can be sent to the McNulty Funeral Home. Lois J. Shellhammer of Beaver Meadows. Funeral will be Thursday at 8 p.m. at the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the funeral home. John J. Sitko of Whitehaven. Mass will be Saturday at 11 a.m. at St. Patrick's Church in Whitehaven. Friends may call Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the church. The Lehman Family Funeral Home in Whitehaven is in charge of arrangements. And Josephine G. Tula of Hazleton. Mass will be Thursday at 10 a.m. at Church of St. Gabriel. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.